Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of a truth we all know but often forget. Nobody cares. It sounds harsh, doesn't it? But I'm here to tell you it's the most liberating truth you'll ever hear. Because the moment you accept this reality, you realize that the power is in your hands to shape your life. People might care about you for a moment, but they're not going to do the hard work for you. They're not going to push you to achieve your goals or carry the weight of your dreams. And that's okay. In fact, it's better that way. Why? Because it gives you the freedom to work hard, to focus on you, and to take full responsibility for your own future. When you stop waiting for others to care and begin caring for yourself, you unlock a whole new level of growth. Work hard because the results will be yours and yours alone. Focus on yourself because no one else is going to build your life for you. Success doesn't come from the handouts or the pity of others. It comes from determination, from doing the work, from keeping your eyes on the prize, and from focusing relentlessly on improving your own life. When you learn to focus on yourself, you gain clarity. You stop comparing yourself to others because their journey isn't yours. Your life is about your choices, your effort, and your vision. So here's the takeaway. Nobody cares, but that's the best news you'll ever get. Work hard, stay focused, and build your future. It's yours for the taking. You are the captain of your ship. If you want a better future, stop waiting for someone else to steer you. It's up to you to take charge and make it happen. Nobody will hand you success on a silver platter. It's earned through hard work, dedication, and relentless effort. The reward comes to those who refuse to quit. The world is full of distractions. If you want to be truly successful, stop comparing yourself to others. Focus on what you need to do to improve your life, not theirs. People may criticize you, and that's okay. It's not their opinion that matters. What matters is how you use that criticism to fuel your growth and motivation. If you're not building your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. Your life and success depend on your ability to create your own vision and pursue it with everything you've got. Success isn't a one-time thing. It's a result of consistent daily effort. Keep working hard every day, even when you don't feel like it. The small efforts add up to big results over time. Waiting for the right time to start will only hold you back. Perfect conditions never arrive. Start where you are with what you have and keep improving as you go. Don't measure your success by how far others have gone. Measure it by how far you've come. Your journey is unique, and every step you take forward is progress toward your ultimate goal. If you want to live a successful life, the first step is understanding something critical. You are responsible for your life. No one else is. No one is going to come along and fix things for you. The world doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't owe you an easy ride. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you'll take charge of your future. You must stop waiting for the right circumstances, for someone else to change things for you, or for life to be fair. You cannot sit around and blame your upbringing, your past, or your current situation. The moment you take full responsibility, you gain the power to change your life. Think about it. If you're waiting for someone else to take responsibility for your happiness, your success, or your growth, you'll be waiting forever. It's up to you to make the decisions that shape your destiny. You are the architect of your life, and it starts with accepting that responsibility. The great news is, once you own that responsibility, you can start taking action. You get to decide what direction you go in. You decide the habits you build, the goals you set, and the actions you take every single day. You stop looking outward for validation, and you start looking inward for the drive to move forward. You've got to make choices and decisions that serve you. Stop waiting for perfect conditions because they'll never come. The world doesn't care whether you succeed or fail. It's your responsibility to get up, dust yourself off, and keep pushing forward no matter what. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the creator of your future. You begin to own your failures and learn from them. And more importantly, you own your successes and take pride in them. Life will test you, but it's the choices you make in those moments that determine your future. Stop waiting for someone else to fix things. It's your life to live, and you have the power to make it extraordinary. If you want success, you need to understand one undeniable truth. Success demands hard work. It's not something that's given to you by luck or handed to you on a silver platter. It's something you have to earn. Day in and day out, you'll need to put in the effort. Sometimes more effort than you think you have in you. But here's the secret. It's not just about the effort itself. It's about the persistence and consistency that you pour into that effort. Success doesn't arrive by simply wishing for it or hoping for a break. It doesn't come from talking about it or making plans that never leave the page. It comes from the grind, the dedication to your craft, the resilience to push through when things get tough. It comes from the hours, days, and years of relentless work behind the scenes that no one sees but you. Here's the reality. If you're not willing to work hard, you might as well accept mediocrity as your life. Hard work is the foundation of anything worthwhile. Think of any person you admire, any successful individual you look up to. They didn't get there by taking shortcuts or avoiding the tough work. They got there because they were willing to give more than others, to push when others quit, and to endure when others were ready to throw in the towel. Now, don't misunderstand me. Working hard doesn't mean working blindly. It means working with purpose, with a plan, and with focus. But that plan will be nothing without the action to back it up. The road to success is paved with long hours, setbacks, and obstacles. But it's also paved with progress, growth, and eventual rewards. Hard work is the vehicle that drives you forward, and it's the one thing that can never be taken from you. The truth is, the results you want are available to you, but they come at a price, and that price is hard work. Working harder than you think you can, working even when you don't feel like it, and working when no one is watching. The truth is, no one is going to do it for you. No one else will push you, no one else will hold you accountable, and no one else will make you achieve your dreams. So if you want success, be prepared to earn it with hard work, day after day. There's no substitute for it. The rewards will come, but only if you're willing to put in the effort, the sweat, and the hours it takes to make it happen. In life, one of the most powerful decisions you can make is to focus on yourself. The world is full of distractions, and it's easy to get caught up comparing your journey to someone else's. You see people on social media, you hear stories of other people's success, and you start to wonder why you aren't there yet. But here's the truth. It's not about them. It's about you. If you spend your time watching others, trying to imitate their lives, or measuring your progress against theirs, you'll never reach your true potential. Everyone has their own path, their own timing, their own struggles and victories. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Are you getting better? Are you making progress? That's what truly matters. When you focus on other people, you allow yourself to be distracted from the work that needs to be done in your own life. You might be inspired by someone's success, but inspiration is one thing and action is another. Instead of looking outward, shift your energy inward. Ask yourself what you need to do today to improve, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself. It's easy to get caught up in what others are doing, but remember, everyone is fighting their own battles. People don't show you their struggles, they only show you their successes. You don't know the sacrifices they've made, the late nights, the failures, and the tough decisions they've faced to get where they are. Instead of trying to keep up with others, focus on building your own success story. Stop seeking validation from other people. Don't wait for someone else to tell you that you're doing well or that you're on the right track. The approval you need is the approval you give yourself. Trust that the work you're putting in, the hours you're dedicating, and the personal growth you're committing to will lead you to your own success. One of the most liberating things you can do is to stop worrying about how others perceive you or what they're doing. When you focus solely on yourself, you take full responsibility for your life. You realize that your success or failure is in your hands and that it doesn't depend on anyone else. It's your time to shine. It's your time to put in the work, to make the decisions, and to control the direction of your life. Don't let comparison rob you of your own joy. Don't let someone else's progress make you feel like you're behind. The only person you need to impress is the person in the mirror. Focus on your journey, your growth, and your success, and watch how much more fulfilling your life becomes when you stop looking at what everyone else is doing. Criticism. It's something we all face, and let's be honest, it stings. No one likes to hear negative things about themselves, especially when you're putting in the effort and trying to do your best. But here's the key. Criticism is not your enemy. It's fuel. It's an opportunity, not a setback. The truth is, how you respond to criticism will determine whether it hinders or propels you. Understand this. People will criticize you, sometimes unfairly and sometimes even maliciously. But here's what you need to know. The criticism of others doesn't define you. What defines you is how you respond to it. Instead of letting it hurt you, use it to your advantage. Let it push you to improve, to refine your approach, and to work even harder. The successful people in life didn't get there because they were immune to criticism. They got there because they used every piece of feedback, both constructive and harsh, to improve their game. Every piece of criticism is an opportunity to grow, to refine your skills, and to come back stronger. When you receive criticism, don't react defensively. Don't lash out or get bitter. Instead, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is there any truth in this? Maybe the person giving the feedback has a point, even if they don't deliver it in the nicest way. If there's something valuable in the criticism, take it and use it to fuel your next move. Let it motivate you to be better. But even if the criticism is unwarranted or simply negative for the sake of being negative, don't let it break you. Let it be the fire that keeps you going. Some people will criticize you because they're not willing to put in the work or they simply don't understand your vision. Their criticism is not about you, it's about their own limitations. Don't let their words slow you down. Use it to fuel your determination to succeed, to show them what you're really capable of. In fact, sometimes the best thing you can do when faced with criticism is to smile, nod, and keep working. Don't waste your energy fighting battles with words. Let your actions speak for themselves. The best response to criticism is continued excellence. Let the results of your hard work prove that you've learned from what was said and you've used it to make yourself even better. Criticism, when handled right, is a catalyst for growth. It sharpens you, toughens you, and prepares you for even greater challenges. So instead of fearing it, embrace it. Let it be the fuel that drives you forward, helping you refine your approach, improve your skills, and grow into the person you need to be to reach your fullest potential. Use criticism to make your journey a little easier, your path a little clearer, and your success a little sweeter. If you want to live a life that's truly fulfilling, you must build your own dream. The sad reality is that too many people spend their lives building someone else's dream. They work for others, they follow someone else's vision, and they live in the shadow of another person's aspirations. But here's the truth. It's your life, your dream, your journey. It's time to stop waiting for someone else to hand you the life you want. You have to take responsibility and build it yourself. We all have dreams. We all have desires, visions for what we want to achieve and the life we want to live. But too often we allow ourselves to be distracted, to get caught up in the daily grind, or to become comfortable in mediocrity. The truth is, comfort doesn't build dreams. Hard work, discipline, and purpose do. If you want to create the life you envision, you must be willing to put in the work, to make sacrifices, and to push through the hard times. When you build your own dream, you stop depending on anyone else to make it happen. You stop waiting for the right moment, for the perfect set of circumstances, or for someone to give you permission to start. The best time to start building your dream is right now. Your dreams are unique to you, and no one else can see them the way you do. No one else can feel the passion, the drive, or the vision you have for your future. That's why it's your responsibility to bring it to life. But building your dream is not an easy task. There will be challenges. There will be obstacles. People will doubt you, and there will be times when you question yourself. That's part of the journey. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But the truth is, the obstacles are what make the victory sweet. The struggles, the setbacks, and the failures are the lessons you need to grow. Every time you face adversity, you have the opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more determined to keep going. Too many people waste their lives living someone else's dream, whether it's the dream of their parents, their boss, or society's idea of what success should look like. But when you build your own dream, you take control. You decide the direction. You decide the pace. You decide how big you want to go. You stop living for the approval of others and start living for your own fulfillment. The beauty of building your own dream is that it becomes a reflection of who you truly are. It's not something handed to you. It's something you create from scratch. It's shaped by your values, your passions, your experiences, and your unique perspective on life. The path to your dream may be long, but it will be yours, and there's no greater satisfaction than knowing you built it. So, stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Stop waiting for things to be just right. The time to build your dream is now. Start taking the steps, even the small ones. Every decision, every action, and every moment you invest in your dream brings you one step closer to making it a reality. No one else is going to build it for you. This is your life, and your dream is waiting for you to create it. Make it happen. If you want to achieve anything meaningful in life, consistency is key. It's not the big, dramatic efforts that make the difference. It's the small, steady actions taken every single day that lead to success. Too often, people get excited about a goal, dive in with enthusiasm, and then lose steam after a few weeks or months. But here's the truth. Success doesn't come from spurts of energy. It comes from sustained effort over time. You can have all the talent in the world, all the ideas, and all the ambition, but if you're not consistent, you won't make progress. It's the person who shows up every day, who commits to doing the work even when they don't feel like it, that gets results. The small, seemingly insignificant actions you take today add up to big results tomorrow. The key is to stick with it, no matter how long it takes, no matter how difficult it seems, and no matter how many times you feel like quitting. In life, there will always be challenges. There will be setbacks, disappointments, and obstacles that try to knock you off course. But the person who remains consistent, who continues to take one step forward every day, is the person who eventually reaches the top. Success isn't about avoiding the hard times. It's about pushing through them, continuing to show up, and doing the work even when the results aren't immediately visible. Consistency isn't about doing more than you're capable of. It's about doing what you can consistently, day after day. It's about making small, positive habits that compound over time. Imagine if you read just 10 pages of a book every day. At the end of the year, that's 3,650 pages, more than many people read in a lifetime. Or think about committing to an hour of focused work every single day. By the end of the year, that's over 365 hours of progress toward your goal. Here's the thing about consistency. It builds momentum. When you keep showing up and putting in the work, you start to see progress, and that progress fuels your motivation to keep going. It's a cycle that propels you forward. You build confidence, develop your skills, and gain clarity as you move along. Over time, those small, consistent actions transform into significant achievements. But don't expect it to be easy. The world will test your consistency. People will tell you that you're wasting your time, that you're not getting anywhere. You may even question yourself. But consistency means staying committed even when the results aren't immediate and even when the path seems unclear. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simply this. The consistent ones keep going when the others quit. So, if you want to achieve your dreams, don't look for shortcuts or quick fixes. Focus on consistency. Keep doing the small things that matter. Don't get discouraged by slow progress or temporary setbacks. Just keep moving forward day after day, and soon you'll look back and realize how far you've come. The key to success lies in your ability to stay consistent. If you can do that, success is inevitable. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is waiting for perfect conditions to start. If you're always waiting for the right time, the ideal moment, or the perfect circumstances to begin pursuing your goals, you'll never take action. The truth is, perfect conditions rarely exist. Life is messy, unpredictable, and constantly changing. So if you wait for everything to align perfectly, you'll be waiting forever. The world isn't going to hand you a perfect set of circumstances. If you're waiting for everything to fall into place before you take action, you're going to miss the boat. The best time to start is right now, even if things are far from perfect. It's the action you take, not the conditions, that create progress. Waiting for the right conditions is just an excuse to stay comfortable and avoid the discomfort of starting. When you wait for everything to be just right, you're letting fear and procrastination control your life. Instead, embrace the fact that imperfect action is better than inaction. Waiting for perfection is a trap. It's a trap that keeps you stuck, keeps you from making progress, and ultimately keeps you from achieving your dreams. The truth is, you'll learn more, grow faster, and build more momentum by taking action, even if you don't have all the answers right away. Think about it. Every successful person, every great achiever started before things were perfect. They made mistakes, they faced challenges, and they adjusted along the way. They didn't wait until the stars were aligned. They acted, learned, and adapted as they went. That's the secret to success. It's not about waiting for the perfect time. It's about making the time you have work for you. When you stop waiting for perfect conditions, you realize that every small step forward is a step closer to your goal. You don't need a grand plan or a flawless strategy to get started. What you need is the willingness to start with what you have, where you are, and with the knowledge you have at the moment. You'll learn along the way. You'll face challenges, yes, but you'll also grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Remember, no one gets everything right on the first try. The key to success is not waiting for the right time, but starting with what you have and adjusting as you go. Life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Success doesn't wait for perfect conditions either. If you want to move forward, you have to start now. Make the conditions perfect by your actions and keep building from there. Don't let the fear of imperfection paralyze you. The journey to success is built on the willingness to take imperfect action and to trust that you'll learn, grow, and improve as you move forward. Perfect conditions are a myth. The real key to success is the ability to start before you're ready and to keep moving forward no matter what. In the end, the only thing that truly matters is your progress. Life is full of distractions, opinions, comparisons, setbacks, and obstacles. But none of that should define your journey. What really matters is the progress you make, day in and day out, toward the person you want to become and the goals you want to achieve. Everything else is just noise. Too often, we get caught up in what others are doing or in measuring our success against the success of others. We compare ourselves to friends, family, and colleagues. We look at someone's highlight reel and start to feel like we're falling behind. But the reality is that those comparisons are pointless. Your progress is what matters, not someone else's. Everyone has their own path, their own pace, and their own journey. Focus on yours. Progress isn't always about giant leaps or dramatic changes. In fact, it's the small, consistent steps that add up over time. It's the little improvements you make every single day that ultimately lead to success. You don't need to conquer everything at once. In fact, you can't. But as long as you're moving forward, even by just one step, you're making progress. Here's the key. Don't measure yourself against where you think you should be or against someone else's timeline. Measure yourself against who you were yesterday. Ask yourself, am I better today than I was yesterday? That's the only standard that matters. Each day that you put in the work, you're growing, learning, and getting closer to your goal. Some days, progress will feel slow. Some days, it will feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And that's okay. The truth is, setbacks don't mean you're failing. They mean you're learning. Progress isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. The important thing is that you keep moving, no matter how small the steps may seem. The key to long-term success is the ability to stay consistent, even when it feels like you're not getting anywhere fast. Don't let the distractions of the world throw you off course. Ignore the noise. Ignore the people who tell you that you should be farther along by now. Don't get discouraged by temporary setbacks. The only thing that matters is that you continue to progress. No one can stop your growth except you. And the way you stop yourself is by quitting or giving up. So keep moving forward. Keep making progress no matter how small, and watch how far you can go. The beauty of progress is that it compounds. Each day that you make progress, you're building momentum. One small step leads to another, and before you know it, you'll look back and see how far you've come. Keep your eyes on your progress. Don't get lost in what's happening around you. Stay focused on your journey, and don't let anything distract you from the progress you're making. In the end, it's not about being perfect. It's not about keeping up with anyone else. It's about your progress, and your progress is what will carry you to the success you desire. If you want to achieve real success in life, you have to embrace the process, not just the outcome. We live in a world where everyone's obsessed with results. People want the quick fix, the easy way to the top, and the immediate payoff. But here's the truth. The outcome, the destination, is just a byproduct of the process you go through to get there. If you only focus on the end result, you're missing the most important part, the journey. Success isn't just about what you achieve at the end of the road. It's about the person you become along the way. Every step you take, every challenge you face, and every lesson you learn on the path to your goals is part of your growth. If you only focus on the goal, you'll miss the opportunity to develop the skills, mindset, and discipline that are required to truly succeed. The process is where the magic happens. It's where you discover what you're capable of, where you build character, and where you become the kind of person who can handle the success you're working toward. When you embrace the process, you stop getting discouraged by temporary setbacks or obstacles. You stop expecting everything to happen overnight. Instead, you learn to appreciate the small wins, the progress, and the improvements. No matter how incremental they may seem, these are the things that add up over time and lead to long-lasting success. The result is important, yes, but it's the process that teaches you everything you need to know to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. When you're truly engaged in the process, you develop a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment in the work itself, not just the end result. You start to find joy in the effort, in the discipline, in the small daily victories. This mindset shifts your focus from the outcome to the journey, and when you learn to love the process, the outcome almost becomes inevitable. It's easy to get lost in the fantasy of what success will look like when you get there, but remember, success is the sum of the choices you make every day. It's built in the moments where you push through adversity, where you stick to your goals, where you make decisions that align with your values and dreams. So, instead of chasing the outcome, commit to loving the process, the daily grind, the small steps, the constant learning, and the work. Embrace it fully, because in the end, the process is what creates the lasting results. The people who truly succeed aren't the ones who are obsessed with the finish line. They're the ones who found fulfillment in the hard work along the way. They knew that each step forward was progress, and that the journey was just as important as the destination. So take pride in the process, because that's where success is truly built. Focus on improving yourself every day, keep putting in the work, and trust that the results will come as a natural consequence of the effort you invest in the journey. When it comes to success, consistency trumps intensity every time. It's easy to get excited about a big project, to dive in with all your energy and enthusiasm, thinking that a huge burst of effort will lead to quick results. But here's the hard truth. Bursts of intense energy are often short-lived. They burn bright for a moment, but they don't sustain you for the long haul. What really leads to lasting success is the consistent effort you put in over time, day after day, no matter how big or small those actions might seem. You see, success is a marathon, not a sprint. The people who win in life aren't necessarily the ones who go all out in short bursts and then burn out. The winners are the ones who show up day after day, no matter how they feel, no matter what obstacles come their way. They keep going, even when the results aren't immediately visible, even when progress seems slow. They know that it's not about how fast you go, it's about how steady you can be. It's in those small, consistent actions that the real transformation happens. One day's effort might not feel like much, and it might seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things. But when you multiply that effort by weeks, months, or even years, you start to see how it compounds. Consistency creates momentum, it builds habits, it forges discipline, and it leads to progress, even when it feels like you're not making giant leaps forward. Intensity, on the other hand, can leave you drained, burned out, and ready to quit. You may have a powerful start, but if you don't have the stamina to maintain it, that intensity fades. It's the consistency that keeps you going, even when the excitement wears off and the challenges stack up. It's about making progress, even if it's just a little bit each day, and trusting that it will add up in the long run. Think about it this way. If you committed to doing just one small thing every day that moved you toward your goal, by the end of a year, you'd be light years ahead of someone who worked intensely for a week, then took weeks off to recover. It's those steady, daily actions that really create the results, not the frantic bursts of activity that burn out too quickly. Remember, success isn't about getting everything right in one shot. It's about staying in the game, making small improvements, and continually pushing forward. Consistency is about building a foundation that you can rely on day in and day out. So rather than burning yourself out with intense effort, focus on showing up, doing the work, and making consistent progress. It's the tortoise, not the hare, that wins the race. At the end of the day, it's not the intensity of your effort that matters most, it's your ability to keep going. And when you make consistency your habit, you'll see that results will follow, and those results will be far more lasting and powerful than anything achieved in a moment of intense focus. Consistency is the key that unlocks true, lasting success. Keep showing up, keep doing the work, and remember that slow, steady progress will always win in the end.